What's up, y'all? Welcome. We finished James, and it's been a minute since I did anything. I ain't know what I was gonna do. I keep talking about how we're gonna do the law, and we are. Boom, it's that time. So for those of y'all who don't want to hear that Bible talk, this is where you make your exit. For the rest of y'all, you are the invited. Welcome. Now what we gonna do is Ecclesiastes. Not Ecclesiasticus from the Catholic Bible. We do the Holy Bible. It's 1611, after 1611, because I had just looked up a couple articles on this, and it said that the Apocrypha, or however you pronounce it, the word Apocrypha is supposed to mean hidden. So they took certain books out the Bible because they said they weren't divinely inspired, so they didn't go with the rest of the Bible, and that's how you get this Bible that we're in right now. This is the canonical Bible. Those other scriptures are considered non-canonical, or they're considered Catholic. So this is just regular Ecclesiastes written by Solomon, the son of David. Let's get over here. Yeah. Now, what made Solomon, the son of David, such a popular king is that he was wise, knowledgeable, and understanding in all ways possible. And that's exactly what he asked for. Because when it came time for him to be king, God told him, like, look, ask me for whatever you want and I'll give it to you. He said, I need knowledge, wisdom, and understanding so I could judge such a great people, your people, and he gave it to him. And that's what made Solomon. And then all the acts that followed that he done, that's what made him so popular and so influential and respectable. And then also he did the lesser key of Solomon, the greater key of Solomon, and I forgot these are non-canonical scriptures. I read some non-canonical stuff, but we're canonical today. The word canon means when a series, anything that goes together pretty much. So yeah, we're going to do Ecclesiastes 1. The words of the preacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem. Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. What profit hath a man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun? One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. The sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down, and hasteth to his place where he arose. The wind goeth toward the south, and turneth about unto the north. It whirleth about continually, and the wind returneth again according to its circuits. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Unto the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again. All things are full of labor. Man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. The thing that had been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, this is new? It had been already of old time, which was before us. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. I, the preacher, was king over Israel and Jerusalem. And I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under the heaven. This sore travail have God given to the sons of man to be exercised therewith. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanton cannot be numbered. I commune with my own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to a great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem. Yea, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge, and I gave my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this is also vexation of spirit. For much wisdom is much grief, and he who increaseth knowledge increases sorrow. That's Ecclesiastes 1 through 18. Let me see. Ecclesiastes is a part of the more poetic side of the Bible, along with Psalms, whatchamacallit, Proverbs, Psalms, Proverbs, Job, Song of Solomon. Yeah. I think this is pretty plain. I'm trying to see if there's anything that's really preachable. It's pretty plain. Well, vanity of vanities. The word vain means to be useless or to try and get no effort. Or that's what it means here. So it's vain. So the word vain, the way he's using it here is useless, or it doesn't yield a good result. Now, vanity of vanities, said the preacher, vanity of vanities, all is vanity. You see how much he's complaining. He's serious about this. Everything is vanity. Everything is vain. And then he asks a question. He says, what profit hath the man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun? One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. So, what that means is that people just come and go, but the earth stays here. So, no matter what you do, no matter what you gain in this world, one day you're going to die, and the earth is going to continue on without you. And somebody else is going to be born, another generation comes, and then that person's generation after that. The point is, you come here, you live here, you do the best you can, you work, and no matter if you get a lot or get a little bit, you're going to die. And the world's going to continue on without you. The sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down, and hasteth to his place where he arose. The wind goeth toward the south, and turneth about toward the north. It whirleth again continually, and the wind returneth again according to his circuits. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Unto the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again. I was just getting it. It says it right here. I'm like, I think he's talking about the cycle of life. It says it right there. Last Bible I had didn't have all this, so I wasn't paying attention. You see that? It says it right there. I was just catching it right there. I don't like these things, because every time I'm catching something, it's like, man, it's right there. I'm like, nah, y'all getting in the way. I can't be feeling this. Because I was just getting, I looked up and I saw that, and I was just about to say right now that all these, including the one when the generation come, another one. That's just the cycle of life. Everything has a natural order, and it's going to keep following that order regardless, until the earth is gone. But it says the earth abides forever. But until that day, everything has a natural order. It's going to keep coming. It's going to keep going. All right. So all the things are full of labor, and man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. It's not. And then I forgot, man, there's a word. I need to look this up. There's a word for people who keep chasing pleasure. I forgot the name of the word, but it describes a person who's constantly chasing pleasure. But that's kind of human nature, though. We always want something more. We are never satisfied. And if we are satisfied, we're satisfied for a time. That's why being happy, if I get a chance to tell people, I tell people, like, look, life is not about being happy, it's about being content. It's learning to be satisfied, because we're usually not, for some reason or another. Heck yeah. So anyways, yeah, so all those were examples of how things keep on going, with or without us people. And this is ancient times when he was writing this. This is all ancient times. And considering how old this is and how long ago this was written, those are pretty solid examples in my opinion. All right, so the thing that had been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new, have been already of old time, which was before us? There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. Yeah, but some folks probably thinking, like, what about technology? What about the age you're living in? I'm pretty sure that every single age of people that there was, Bronze Age, Industrial Age, We're living more in a technological, informational age, agricultural age, stone age. I'm pretty sure that our technology, the way we view our technology, I think that all throughout history, whenever they came up with something new or whenever they stepped into a new age, they probably thought the same thing we think. We think our computers and our laptops and our televisions, they are tight. Those are the business. But they probably, man, people throughout history, whenever they came up with a new invention, they probably thought it was the stuff too. When they came up with, who knows, just ships and whales. I'm not talking about whales like the animal. I'm talking about whales where you fit, where you drop the bucket down and get you some water. So there is nothing new under the sun. When the human race advances, I'm pretty sure that when the human race advances at any time, those contemporaries were impressed just as we are. But I think this has to do more with nature though. I think this whole first chapter is about nature. And we haven't even gotten to the people yet. The only thing he mentioned is labor and working when it comes to people. But when it comes down to people, nothing is new. For real. God is still God, the devil is still devil, and then humans and sin is still sin and humans. Like, for real, there is nothing new. And then he says, there is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. That's because that's the importance right there of historians. It is though. That's the importance of historians to to let us know what things happened, what kind of events, whether they were important or not important, because you could pass down basically tales, culture, and lore through your generation. You know what I'm saying? That's the benefit of having older people within your family, because grandpa and grandma get to tell granddaughter and grandson about the family lineage and other stories. But people forget things all the time. There's no telling what happened and what did happen, what didn't happen. And he says, I am the preacher, was king over Israel and Jerusalem, and I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. This sort of travail had God given to the sons of men to be exercised therewith. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. The word vexation is kind of like the word confusion. It means that when you're vexed, that means you're not comfortable, you're kind of confused, or you're not settled completely. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. I commune with my own heart, saying, Lo, I have come to a great estate and have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been there before me in Jerusalem. Yet my heart had great experience in wisdom and knowledge. And I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this is also vexation of spirit. For much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. So so it says it right here, the preacher undertakes a study. They did this very well. These people they did this like the subjects that go along. You see that? Where we at? Right there? Yeah, the preacher undertakes a study. Yeah, it's not that I'm really that right. I'm not that, well, I am kind of new to the Bible, but I read it. I read the Bible, every single book. I read it before. I've been reading this for years. But that's pretty spot on, though. That stuff, I'm going to have to start telling y'all. I'm going to have to start especially for y'all who don't know the Bible. I'm going to start telling y'all which section that we're into. This is very useful. I had to figure out, the Bible that I had before, they ain't have none of that. I had to figure it out on my own. But that's cool that they got that there. So, after everything, when he closes out this chapter, after everything, he starts looking back at himself. He said, okay, I got money. I understand the point of laboring and working. I get how natural cycles go. But when it came down to him personally, he said, listen, everything is still vanity and vexation of spirit. Even within me it is. And he said, I commune with my own heart. And so I come to a great estate. So he had knowledge, wisdom, understanding. He had money. He had time to go seek out. Because In the beginning, it says he gave his time to go seek out madness and folly. He had time to do all this. And then his conclusion is this: for much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increases sorrow. Because the more you know, the more you know, when you know, listen, let me see how I can say this. Let me see. The more you know, the more pain you experience, because you feel like you have to behave according to what you know. So all his wisdom, he was able to see the world and see nature in a way that most people wasn't, and it was grievous to him because he saw things the way that they truly are, and he thought that it would be more. But it's all vanity and vexation, because it can't be changed, and things will continue to be the same regardless of how he feels or what man or woman does. And because he knew so much, he has to behave and act in a different way. Yeah, so that's it. I know that wasn't some clear preaching. It wasn't really much to preach. It was pretty understandable. Yeah. But anywho, that's the end of that. That's Ecclesiastes 1. We'll see. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the Bible study format, but I don't know. I think I should preach whole books, or should I jump around? We'll see. Because I've been doing a lot of my personal readings, right? And I haven't really been thinking much about what can I preach. I've been thinking more about what's going to help me as of right now. I've been thinking about myself, for real, trying to get myself right. But Ecclesiastes, I'm going to look at Ecclesiastes too. But it's very simple, so these videos really shouldn't be this long. There's not much to clarify. It really isn't. So with that being said, outro.